Narayana. Om Namo 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 Narayana. Friends, hearty welcome you all. Salutations, gratitudes, the great endeavor of studying Upanishad and praying for our Bharat Mata to become victorious in this Mahayuddha going on with Pakistan. What it leads to, we don't know. And the pitiest thing is, some countries or the whole world, for the sake of supporting that a stupid terrorist producing Pakistan, they want to disturb the peace of the entire world. That is the immaturity of the world and worldly leaders, isn't it? Especially the Chinas and Turkey's, Iran's. How can you support such a terrorist producing country? And now that's how the world's scenario. That's what, whether it is individual or total. What is the nature of each one that decides the destiny of that individual or the world finally. So, anyway, it has to come, it has come, it has to happen. We wish and pray that no loss at all happens to any of the Bharatiya Sena and Indian, any of the things, and we definitely become victorious with the bravery of all our defense system, planning by our government, and all our deep intense prayers and readiness to contribute in any way that is required and possible. Toward the end, we will chant Nrsimha Mantra, Vajranakhaya Vidmahe. Then we chant Rama Mantra, Sakrudeva Prapannaya for 11 times. And one Devi Mantra. Do our everyday doing things of our studying the Upanishad, etc. We are into the Shwethashwathara Upanishad, 4th Adhyaya, Saptama Mantra, talking about Jiva, how he gets bound, as well as how he gets liberated if he does the sadhana. We will see that portion of 7th mantra and proceed further. Before that, our Parayanam, Veda Parayanam, common sense thought, Mangalacharana Shloka, Sankalpa, Ityadi we will do. All that is to invoke the Parabrahma, Ishvara, Jagannatha, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana, for our outer and inner personalities to become suitable enough for outer and inner our successes and achievements. Let us start with Veda Parayanam. We are into the 8th mandala, started yesterday or a little earlier. First one we have chanted, second one onwards we have to see. 8th mandala we started yesterday. Om 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 Om. Right. Om Athaveda Parayanam Rugvedah Ashtavamandalam Dvitiyonuvakadarabhyam Om Idam Vaso Sutamandaha Piba Supurnamudaram Anabaindrarimate Rubhirdutaha Suto अश्नैरव्यो वारैः परिभूतः अश्वो न निक्तो नदीशो तन्ते यवं यथा गोभिः स्वादुमकर्म श्रीणन्तः इन्द्रत्वास्मिन् सधमादे इन्द्रयित्सोमवा एक इन्द्रः सुदपा विश्वायुः अन्तर्देवान्मर्त्यागश्च नयं शुक्रो न दुराशीर्न तृप्रा उरुव्यचसम् अपस्पृण्वते सुहार्दं गोभिर्यदि मन्ये अस्मन्मृगं नव्रा मृगयन्ते अभित्सरन्ति धेनुभिः त्रय इन्द्रस्य सोमाः सुतासः सन्तु देवस्य स्वे क्षये सुतपावनः त्रयः कोशानश्चोतन्ति तिस्रश्चम्वः सुपूर्णाः समाने अधिभार्मन् शुचिरसि पुरुनिष्ठाः क्षीरैर्मध्यत आशीर्तः दध्नामन्दिष्टः शूरस्य इमेत इन्द्रसोमास्तीव्रा अस्मे सुदासः शुक्रा आशिरं याचन्ते ता आशिरं पुरोडाशमिन्द्रेमं सोमं श्रीणीः रेवन्तं हित्वा शृणो मे हृत्सु पीतासो युध्यन्ते दुर्मदासो न सुरायाम् ऊधर्ननग्नाजरन्ते रेवा इद्रेवतः स्तोता स्यात् त्वावतो मघो नः प्रेदुहरिवः श्रुतस्य उक्तं च न शस्यमान मघोररिराजिचिकेत न गायत्रं गीयमानं मान इन्द्रपीयत्नवेमा शर्धते परादाः शिक्षा शचीव शचीभिः वयमुत्वा तद्विधर्ता इन्द्रत्वायन्तः सखायः कण्वा उक्तेभिर्जरन्ते नखे मन्यदा पवनवज्रिन्नपसो नविष्ठौ तवेदुस्तोमं चिकेत इच्छन्ति देवाः सुन्वन्तं न स्वप्नाय स्पृहयन्ते यन्ति प्रमादमतन्द्राः ओषु प्रयाहि वाजेभिर्मा हृणीता अभ्यस्मान् महा इव युवजानिः मोष्वद्य दुर्हणवान् सायङ्करधारे अस्मदो अश्रीर इव जामाता विद्माह्यस्य वीरस्य भूरिदावरीं सुमतिं त्रिषु जातस्य मनांसे आतूषेञ्च कण्वन्तं नघा विद्मशवसानात् यशस्तरं शतमोतेः ज्येष्ठेन सोतरिन्द्राय सोमं वीराय शक्राय भरापि वन्नर्याय यो वेदिष्टो अव्यतिष्वश्वावन्तं जरितृभ्यः वाजं स्तोतृभ्यो गोमन्तं पन्यं पन्यमित्सोतार आदावतमद्याय सोमं वीराय शूराय पातावृत्रः सुतमाभा गमन्नारे अस्मद् नियमते शतमूतिः एह हरि ब्रह्मयुजा शग्मा वक्षतः सखायं गीर्भिः श्रुतं गिर्वणसं स्वादवः सोमा आयाहि श्रिताः सोमा आयाहि क्षिप्रिन् शचीवो नायमादसे नृम्णाय इन्द्रकारिणं मृदन्दः गिरश्चयास्ते गिर्वाः उक्ता चतुभ्यन्ताने सत्रादधिरेशवांसे एवे देशतु विकूर्मिर्वाजा एको वज्रहस्तः सनादं मृक्तोदयते हन्तावृत्रं दक्षिणेनेन्द्र पुरुहूतः महान् महीभिः शचीभिः यस्मिन् विश्वाश्चर्षणय उतच्यौत्नाज्रयांसि च अनुघेन्मन्दीमघो नः एष एतानि चकारेन्द्रो विश्वायोति शृण्वे वाजदावामघोना प्रभर्तारथं गव्यन्तमपाकाच्छिद्यमवती इनो वसुनहि वोढा सनिता विप्रो अर्वद्भिर्हन्ता वृत्रं नृभिः शूरः सत्योभिधा विदन्तं यजद्वैनं प्रियमेधा इन्द्रं सत्रा च मनसा यो भूत्सोमैः सत्यमध्वा गातश्रवसं सत्पथिं श्रवस्कामं पुरुत्मानं कण्वासो गातवाजिनं ये ऋते चित्कास्पदेभ्यो दात्सकानृभ्य शचीवान् ये अस्मिन् काममश्रियन् इत्थाधीवन्तमद्रिवः काण्डं मेध्यातिथिं मेषो भूतोऽभियन्नयः शिक्षाविभिन्दो अस्मै चत्वार्ययुता ददतु अष्टापरः सहस्रा उत सुत्येपयो वृथा मा कीरणस्य नप्त्या जनित्वनाय मामहे ॐ शान्तिः 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 3 we have to tomorrow. Friends, in today's common sense thought, 3 things are: first one is always look up to someone and keep oneself motivated to achieve some or the other spiritual qualifications, spiritual practices, spiritual achievements. So he is qualified in that. He is doing that sadhana. He is able to achieve. Why cannot I? In that way, it is not at all wrong. It is good. This is how, in the structure of social living, looking at each other, learning from each other, inspired from each other, motivated, helped by each other, that the each one grows. That's how the world is put together. That purpose, if we can realize, I am always have to learn from somebody higher and teach to somebody lower, or get inspired from someone higher, inspire the one who is lesser than me, and that person again who is inspired from me gives inspiration to the other. In that way, keep observing people who are of positive life. If someone is strictly following the values, let him be example for us for that. Somebody is strictly doing his dharma, let that inspire us. If somebody is very well managing his personality layers, let he become inspiration to us in that. If somebody is a great Guru Bhakta, let that be inspiration to us. If somebody is Ishvara Bhakta, look at him, how great devotee he is. Let us. If somebody is thorough in a Shastra Jnanam, get inspired from him and let us also try for that. In that way, if somebody is doing very beautiful sadhana and has risen above many things, he has risen above the world, he has risen above the Dehatadhatmya, he is at the higher level. You can see people around. Let them be like our all Indian soldiers. They are the jivas who have gone beyond Dehatadhatmya. They are at the mana level, which is fully focused for one side Desha Bhakti, the other side the family Bhakti. All Indian soldiers are great selfless jivas. उनको जो सैलरी मिलता है, with that they take care of the family, and with all the training they gained, they take care of the nation. They are a great inspiration to us, isn't it? When you see that youth of 20, 22 saal, 25 saal, smilingly going there to the borders to fight, openly saying that we don't know whether we'll come back or not. If we come, we will come with victory only. 10th passed, 12th blast, less educated. But where from they have got that type of beautiful thing? Isn't it very inspiring? We at our age of 50, 60, 70 did nothing but bhoga, bhoga, bhoga of the world, yet don't have even 2% of bhakti for the desha as they have. isn't it? Even now, how much money we have given to our Indian government or soldiers so far in last 5 6 days? How much of prayers, deep intents we have done? If I am secured, that is enough to me. That way we look at what a mean way of life. That's why we as a nation, we as Hindus always suffer, not because of anybody, outer intruder or suppressor. We ourselves are such a low level living people. We have to rise above that. They are the inspiration. See, already in the morning, again the war started. Night it was calm, quiet, and Subhay se lekar continually is going on. Next to 2 3 days will be very, very crucial. And very, very inspiration to the whole Indian government and army. How tough it is, isn't it? They have to keep internal peace also intact. This side of borders, the problem is happening. They have to chase it. They have to really sort it out. See to it that from the other side, there should be no problem, isn't it? And this strategies, the diplomacies, the all of that. How tough it's going on. If the China helps the Pakistan, we have to stop all imports from the China. Then they will become aggressors. Then we have to take help from America and Russia. Then it will lead to the third world war. This देखो how complicated the scenario for no reason, for no reason at all, and only one reason is Bhumata feeling heavy loaded by all the bhogi. She just does some miracle, takes help of the Lord, because the Lord puts some kida in the minds of people, so they fight with each other. Some lakhs and crores will die, so Bhubhara will get reduced. Finally, so that's simple. To all the devatas and all, कोई मनुष्य मरे या जिए कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. They're all jivas only in this creation. So many millions have come and gone. ये नाटक तो चल ही रहा है ना, so they don't mind like that. Whatever, what the inspiration to gain from their relentless, sleepless, foodless work. Hannah, especially these people at the borders army. We first day excited, second day little excited, third day, fourth day, it as if becomes normal to us that go back to our own routines. We are in the safe lands. But what about them? When will this war end? So we don't know. When it beginning we can do, but end it's not in our hands. किसको किस समय कौन सा दुख गुस्सा आक्रोश आकर what decision who makes. So the only the India is the intelligent country who tries not to escalate. That's why from last 60 years we were suffering. We want only the peace. The other pharaohs, they don't want it. Their teaching is like that. Their learnings are like that. They want to be always aggressors, dominators, and want to occupy only others' things. दुष्ट है वो. अब देखो. So the idea is how aggressive they are. Like that, from every source, we have to get that inspiration. And then do what they do. They should go on, till that point wherein all that which we have to do for that, all the required qualifications, required clarities, sorry, and required inspiration we have started gaining from within only, isn't it? From within, like the great Mahatmas, political leaders of freedom that time, spiritual leaders of all times. Who inspired them? In the beginning, somebody external, but later on, nobody external. Like Pujya Gurudev, Bhagavan Vyasa might have inspired him in those days when required. Bhagavan Adi Shankara's missionary work must have inspired him. Swami Vivekananda's all over the world traveling and talking about Sanatan Dharma, Hinduism, might have inspired him for some time. But later on, he is inspired from within only, no? Then he started inspiring all of us, isn't it? So till we get inspiration from within, because how long we look up to outsiders, it's as much required in the beginning. Later on, it becomes a dependency. While we are that way getting inspiration from outside, we have to find all the required knowledges, convictions from within for self inspiration. Because finally, what continuously works is our own inner inspiration. है कि नहीं? Like all these Upanishad classes for us. Yes, Puja Gurudev had to inspired us. Now, how long he will do? Sometime when we require, we tune to him, no doubt. But otherwise, हमको अंदर से होना चाहिए ना कि हर दिन मुझे होना चाहिए कि मैं डेली सत्संग करूं करके. Why will anybody, how long anybody inspire? And it's not correct also. In from within only, we have to know the value of it, importance of it. Then, from within having inspired, we have to plan out, we have to execute. In the trials and attempts of this only, all our intellects get opened up, all the great treasures of knowledges that are hidden in them, they start coming out. And that's how, as our personality opens up, blossoms, so we also open up and blossom. This is how it happens. So from outside get inspired, then from within only we have to get inspired to take up and do the thing. So second point. Now the third one is what? In this effort of our evolution, millions of things are there that have to be understood, unfolded, kept in our understanding all the time. So many, which we are discussing through all Shastras every day. What we study through all the Shastras are problems and solutions, diseases and medications, isn't it? Among so many of them, one of the biggest challenges is our own mind, isn't it? The challenge in our mind is what? It does something which is not in line with our inspiration or goal, and it alone feels regretted and miserable. With that mind, we identify. है ना? I identify with that mind which commits blunders, mistakes. Then I identify with that mind which becomes regretful and guilty and miserable. Then I say, I have done wrong, now I am suffering. And it is going on eternally. That's called as inner contradiction or conflict or split personality. This is where we have to trace or notice the mistakes that are happening. Then we have to start rectifying them. Therefore, in my mind, the goals, the convictions, the thoughts, the plannings for the negative should no more be there, should keep on getting reduced. And in my own mind, the understandings, the plannings, thinkings, and doings of the positive should keep on growing. This is how we have to become very, very clear. Third point. Fourth is what? Key, what exactly, in short, the Adhyatmikata. The सबसे important basic thing in Adhyatmikata is Antarmukhata, Adi Atma. Focusing on our own inner Atma. Two Atmas in us are one the wrong Atma, the Anatma taken as Atma, that is Antakarana. Second is the real self, which we study through all Upanishads. So, of the mind, the understanding of sadhana is that, oh, I am a Bahirmukha, I have to become Antarmukha. So, all the time, the one who is in Antarmukha. In that Antarmukhatva, he is becoming aware of his own Antakarana and its status and position. Right now only. We just close eyes and become aware of Antakarana and know what position or status it is in. Is Antakaranamay? How much is the spashtata of the Tattva Jnana? how much is the tadapa to reach to that tattva or the Atman, and how much is the clarity as to how to reach, and then how much of the inspirations, energies are there in me for that, and how much calmness and quietness I have gathered within me, and how much purity means no more mind is seeking anything outside. The mind not seeking outside is purity, which in technical terms is called as vairagya, ragadveshadi rahitya, kama krodadi rahitya, rajotamo guna rahitya. These are all technical words. The direct meaning of them is no more in my mind there are any thoughts about anything external achievement. That's called as mind's purity. And that mind or inner antakarana of mind should clearly know that it has to dissolve, commit suicide in revealing my own self to me. Because what is obstruction between myself and me is my own mind. विचित्र बात है वो. इस माइंड को उठाकर शुद्ध करके सूक्ष्म बनाकर सिंगल पॉइंटेड बना के taking it toward that tattva, mind dissolves the obstruction, then I am the self experience comes. Very subtle. These things have to be understood through the study of Shastras continuously. This is the fourth point. Fifth one, in Anushangika to the fourth point, is what came as we have seen it more than once or twice. Ki, the mind has the knack of doing something else at this moment, postponing this sacred activity for the next moment. Isn't it? If this one main thing is conquered, what is our general way of life? Everything else is faster, the spirituality is later. And that later never comes. And these things to which we are giving first preference, they never end. This is the highest of the delusions. Till that time we understand it, sort out this riddle, and start saying and doing that the spirituality is first, then anything else is second. Then we will, till that time we will not be able to continuously, consistently do our spiritual practices. Once we start doing it, then only we slowly keep understanding, even experiencing. The spirituality alone is real, everything else is so much kalpita, unreal that it need not be important at all. Isn't it? And for that reason only in our Sanatan Dharma, everything is first spiritual. सुबह उठते ही पहले अपना ध्यान, अपना उपासना, अपना जप of the Paramatma. First that we attend. And those who have matured enough to take this alone as only goal, for them throughout the day, the second and third also is that. They are called sadhu sannyasis. सुबह उठते शुरू करते हैं तो सोने तक वही करते हैं, देन परमात्मा मिलने तक वही करते हैं, नहीं मिले तो जब तक जीते हैं वही करते हैं. दैट्स द मीनिंग ऑफ द सेंटेंस टू देम. आसुक्ते रामृते कालम नयेत वेदांत चिंतया. आसुक्ते हैं every day till one sleeps. Amrute kalam till one is not mruta. Nayet Vedanta Chintaya, doing only sadhana of the Atma Tattva. Vedanta Chinta means contemplation self. Those who are not that highest order, for them, after doing this first work of spirituality for those 3-4 hours, then they postpone it either for evening or next day morning. Then take up throughout the day all other things, whether they call them as duties, they call them as businesses, they call them as successes, they call them as earning of the money, In short, dharma, artha, kama, purushartha. For few hours, moksha, and thereafter, whole day, dharma, artha, kama. Some of them again, evening from 6 to 8, they come back to again moksha, purushartha, related Bhagavad Sambandhi sadhanas. Some people only they do morning, evening they don't do. And in this Kali Yuga nowadays, many people are missing, attempting for the moksha purushartha of any of the sadhanas, upasanas, even in the morning. Therefore, throughout the day, for them, only dharma, artha, kama. For some people, the artha, kama have become more important. For that, one side, the dharma of serving the family, serving the society, serving the government, that also they give up. Other side, to get the artha, to enjoy the kama in shortcut methods, they start doing even adharma also. They are the culprits, they are the called as rakshasas of this society, दुष्ट people, जिन्होंने अर्थ काम को लक्ष्य बनाकर उसके लिए एक तरफ धर्म छोड़ दिया, दूसरी तरफ अधर्म कर रहे हैं. They are, and that society where such people are more and more, that's called the Bhayankara Kali Yuga. And why go and think about any second, third person? Let us think about ourselves only. In our yesterday's 24 hours, you know, परसों सुबह से कल सुबह तक, या लेट अस से कल सुबह 8 से आज सुबह 8 तक, through us how much of moksha purushartha sadhana happened, dharma purushartha sadhana happened, artha kama happened, and tamo guna happened where we did nothing. Isn't it? We did nothing वाला exhaustive, मतलब excessive laziness भी part of the life हो जाता है. When only the artha kama occupied maximum time, dharma something let us might have done. The wife has kicked and told, go and get something from the market. And how much moksha purushartha related things consciously we have done. Idea is, this is how the mind makes us do something else now. Doesn't allow us to do the spirituality now. Therefore, now samsara is continuing. Now the spirituality never happening. And spirituality is never happening. Samsara is now happening. Obviously, the sadhana is to reverse it only. When it is now spirituality, then never there is samsara. This is what we have to change ourselves. Understand the point, understand the details in that, intricacies in that, take your time, use your intellect given. The same intellect which was earlier justifying the samsara, denying the sadhana, should now think to justify sadhana, deny samsara. Isn't it? ऐसा हम अपने बुद्धि को अवेकन करके मन के खेल को पहचान के उस मन से अभी साधना कराना. अभी क्या किया? साधना, फिर साधना, फिर साधना. It should become a habit, just like not doing sadhana, only doing samsara became a habit. And like for the Pakistan, sending terrorists has become a habit. Instead of that, establishing good relations should become a habit with India, isn't it? Just imagine a scenario where India helped Pakistan, Pakistan helped India. Both of us economically is growing. They made so many of our temples there. We visit them. It's a big pilgrimage for India to reach to Pakistan and visit all the temples, gurudwaras. And we also welcome them because in India we need not build, they're already there. Imagine that scenario. Peaceful, coordinating, excellent. Like Indians go everywhere in the world. We go, they welcome us, we serve them. मजा आता है ना. अब देखो, they have to do it. If they do it, nothing wrong, it's good only. रिलीजन इज अपनी जगह है, तुम करो, किसने मना किया? That one sentence from their book that somebody is not Islamist, so kill him. वो एक चीज उनको पूरा नाश कर रहा है. That should be eliminated. That's wrong. It's logically wrong. If other fellow also writes like that, if I write, ये हिंदुइज्म जो फॉलो नहीं करते उसको मार डालो, तो then I will also kill. Then who will remain to follow which religion? इतना simple common sense thought, isn't it? The person, if he has written, is wrong, and that's how it's not a religion. It's some funny people coming together writing and all nonsense. That's how the higher, greater, mature scholars. It's only fanatism. They know it that it is not that. And any murkhata can be followed by anybody, can become a religion. Like today, the biggest religion over all religions, even though it is not claimed as a religion, is materialism. It's a religion because everybody is following more strictly. If somebody is following Hinduism or not Hindus, they follow the religion of materialism. So to all other religions. You may not call it as, but सबका मत वही हो गया ना, अर्थ काम अप्राप्ति है भोग, तो वही रिलीजन चल रहा है. You may not name it, you may not codify it, you may not make institutions to teach that. Because that's very easy, obvious to all. But we are all together in one religion of being materialist. Isn't it? So in that way, transformation in us, that this moment it is sadhana. Next moment, again it is sadhana. In that way, till that time of conviction, this type of conviction in us comes in us, and it becomes practical. Remember, all our dreams and imaginations of being spiritual, doing spiritual, growing spiritual remain only as dreams, whether it is for you, the listener, or me, the preacher, or talker, or speaker. Spiritual, real sadhana has nothing to do with the speaking or listening. It is all within, isn't it? Like if somebody is claimed as a great person, maybe he is great or may not be, but it depends on that person. Because the world, to utilize a person, will bring that person into limelight for some time. Once that utility is over for the world, that world drops that person. And that's how the world runs. Now that person is good or not, great or not, it is subjective again. समझ गए ना? Very subtle thought it is. Very, very interesting. Like these two women pilots or whoever are the wing commander and Indian government is promoting them good. That's required because it is Sindoor operation. But those women from within, truly patriotic, it is very subjective. Truly doing everything, it's very subjective. Can be, may not. Should be, it is. In the same way, the soldiers are sent. But truly they are brave, ready to do any eventuality. That's great. It is subjective. Like you are learning from me, I am talking to you. Whether I do it sadhana or not, how do you know? It is subjective. And only when I do, I grow. Without doing, how much ever I teach, you may all grow, but I will be here only. तो ये भी हमको समझना है कि मुझे कन्विक्शन होता हुआ मैं स्टार्ट कर मैं लगातार करते जाऊं, तो तब मेरे अंदर वो सूक्ष्म परिवर्तन होते रहते हैं. So may Lord bless us to understand all these inner intricacies exhaustively, clearly, day by day, and we really walk this path and really reach the destination. Om, Om, Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. ओं नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओं वीरिमे गुरुवे पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। हृदये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ करुणावरुणालय पालय मां भवसागरदुःखविदूरहृदं रचयाखिलदर्शनतत्त्वविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थम् अस्मिन् सनातनधर्मसंस्थापने कङ्कणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां सैनिकानाम् इत्यादीनां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्य दिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भू भागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्मपुरुषार्थप्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्ण यजुर्वेदे श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययम् निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्। ओम अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः। Friends, chant the mantras from fourth onwards. नीलपतंगो हरितो लोहिताक्षः तडिद्गर्भः ऋतवः समुद्राः अनादिमत्त्वं विभुत्वेन वर्तसे यतो जातानि भुवनानि विश्वा अजामेकां लोहितशुक्लकृष्णां बह्वीः प्रजाः सृजमानां स्वरूपाः अजो हेकोजुषमाणोऽनुशेते जहातीनां भुक्तभोगामजोऽन्यः। Up to this enough. Now the next two mantras chant, which are the mantras which we are studying. द्वासुपर्णा सयुजा सखाया समानं वृक्षं परिषस्व जाते तयोरन्यः विप्पलं स्वादुवत्ते अनश्नन्नन्यो अभिचाकशेते समाने वृक्षे पुरुषो निमग्नः अनीशया शोचति मुह्यमानः जुष्टं यदा पश्यति अन्यमीशम् अस्य महिमानमिति वेदशोकः. Exactly, respected friends, what we are studying in this Bhashya is actually what we are doing in these classes. In our Upanishadic classes, from last 5 years are over on 8th May, what we are doing is, देखो, this type of sublime spiritual life and goal also are there for one to achieve. To inform this is are these classes meant to for. Then, yes, I understood that goal. Yes, I have to achieve that goal. And yes, I have understood it's not an easy thing. And I have understood that this is how I have to totally metamorphosize myself for that, transform for myself for that. In this way, in somebody's heart, the thoughts come, then they can take up this path, keep traveling, reach out. The others who say that no, it's good to listen, but very tough to practice, let me see later on. Then they may become sadhakas after some 10,000 lives. The third one says, no, all that is just I gave a trial to listen, but it is beyond my understanding right now. I am in my own safe, secured zone of living in the outer world, the outer life. And some eventualities of birth, old age, death, etc. I try to negotiate, if not, I accept. But in any case, I am comfortable here. Such a thing should not be brought to me. I will not go there. Some people, that's how, having heard a few classes, permanently they disconnect. All possibilities are there in general, but particularly for us, while being regular, a transformation happening inside that we can consciously observe and even use our Purushartha Samarthya to bring the required transformation of inspiration to be able to ready to do all things required to walk this most tedious, toughest path, tedious path. You know, Shurasya Dhara. And intelligently, tedious path also means TDS. T means thinking, the Jnana Marga. D means devotion, the Bhakti Marga. S means service, Karma Marga. So the tedious path, this is. Somebody can choose it and become more regular, sincere. थोड़ा थोड़ा ऐड करते जा सकते. Now, samane वृक्षे निमग्नः पुरुषः. Samane vriksha also means in every life, especially even human, he is only nimagna with the deha tada. Then he is mukhyamanaha, he is anisha, he is therefore doing those things by which shochati he becomes. All that is the problem zone, diagnosis. Now the solution we started. That is Saeva, he alone. Okay. Preta tiryang manushya yonishu abatan. He goes through so many of the yonis. And then Dukkamapanna. Underline this. When Shruti Mata or the great gurus like Adi Shankara, when they say these words, beyond or behind the words, what is not said also, we should be wise enough to grasp out of our sympathy to them and our maturity. Like in this case, Dukkamapanna. What do you mean? It's not that always dukkha only. Yes, sometimes sukha also. देखो इंटेलिजेंस क्या है कि you may be getting little sukha, but the dukkha alone is more, isn't it? That goes without saying. We have to understand. If you really quantify the moments of sukha we have gone through and the moments of the dukkha we have gone through, definitely कम से कम 50 to 48 फर्क तो होगा even to the most happiest person of the world. है ना? Because you will have the diseases, you will have some accidents, you will have some disappointments, definitely some failures, some disobediences, some things not obtained on right time, right quantity, right quality. होगा ही. How much ever we may be rich, if the driver comes 2 minutes late or onto the dining table, breakfast comes little late, तो you will be miserable. तो इस तरह से क्वांटिफाई करोगे तो मिजरी ही ज्यादा होगा. Therefore, dukkhamapannah is right. Second, maybe in human life dukkha kam hoga, but see in all other animals' life, for them survival itself is dukkha. Bhojanam getting itself is dukkha. Protecting itself is dukkha. Remember, for all animals there is fear. To protect from the lion and tiger. That is their dukkha. But lion and tiger also have the dukkha because they have to hunt food every day. Because to live, they have to food every day, get food. Food will not come to them. Their mother, father will not get the food for them. Online आराधना नहीं कर सकते हो. To all other yonis, dukkha is more. Third intelligent thing is what? If you say there is sukha, then you will tend toward that only. Samsara. Therefore, dukkha is a word said to help ourselves. Pratipaksha bhavana कहते हैं उसको. है ना? If you justify there is sukha in samsara, why will you come to spirituality? That's what our mind cheats continuous, na cheats. Aram se so jao, why go to the class? Why get up, why take bath? Let me enjoy. That's how we justify. So if we say there is sukha, then we will never leave it. Therefore, dukkha maapanna. And then beauty is what? In spiritual goal, even those dukkhas, whatever that were there, minimum, they are also not there. Like in the Atma Anubhuti, the Mrityu Dukkha, which is otherwise there in every of the yoni, will never be there. The Jara Dukkha will not be there. The hunger thing, therefore, that is always worthy of practicing. So, in future, to tell us all this, presently what is said it is Preta Tiryang Yoni, he gets Dukkha. Okay, Dukkha Maapanna. Then, Kadachit Aneka Janma Shuddha Dharma Sanchaya Nimittam. In many lives, knowingly, unknowingly, the Shuddha Dharma, when we are going on doing, it is secretly deposited without his knowledge by the totality. All of that cumulative put together. What will happen? Ki the Lord comes in the form of Guru or sends the Guru or Guru recognizes Vaja kuch bhi ho. Some Paramakarunика comes in his life. So therefore, as said in the earlier first two lines, connect all of that to this one. Identified with the Deha, Mohamapannaha, then Aneshaha, then doing all that not required to be done, Shochati. Now, in that Shoka, he is going through Deva, Manushya Tiryang Preta Yoni. While going through, especially the Manushya, some or the other Shuddha Dharma is practiced. That cumulative effect sometime invokes the Karuna of some Paramakarunika in his life. He comes. And what he teaches is Darshita Yoga Marga. He shows the Yoga Marga. Yoga Marga means he indicates to us that there is something beyond is there. Something higher is there. And to reach to that, you have to prepare inside you. The preparation is change your lifestyle from what you are now to this new. And that new lifestyle is Yoga Marga. Here, two sets of Yoga Marga are said by Adi Shankara. One from the Yoga Darshanam, second from Vedanta Darshanam. Both are almost same. From the Yoga Darshanam, he quoted Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharyadi. Isn't it? Kenachit Paramakarunikeena Darshita Yoga Marga. What is that Yoga Marga? Ahimsa, Satya, Brahmacharya, Sarvatyaga. Ahimsa, Satya, Brahmacharya, Sarvatyaga. These are the yoga sadhanas that Paramakarunika teaches. Now, here also many things which cannot be put in the book, otherwise, the book becomes bulky. We have to understand. That is it that only one Paramakarunika teaches? Yes and no. Second, in one life only teaches? Yes and no. In that also, one Karunika only can come 10 lives to this disciple. Or he will do his repair work and he hands over this fellow to the next one. Isn't it? So you have to understand it is in each of the life, one or the other Paramakarunika will come and teach him the Yoga Marga. That setup, that arrangement the Lord does if we have done Shuddha Dharma. And if we keep on doing the Shuddha Dharma, the Paramakarunikas keep on coming in our life to show us the Yoga Marga. They show us Yoga Marga, but we have to follow. See, in our life, you and I, in my life, Puja Gurudev has come Paramakarunika. He has shown us the yoga marg. But are we following it or not? That is subject. And what is that yoga marga? Two things. One is ahimsa, satya, brahmacharya, sarvatyaga, ityad. So that's why we said refer to that Patanjali Yoga Darshanam, Yama Niyama Sadhanas. Ahimsa, Satya, Brahmacharya, Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, Yamaha. Shaucha, Santosha, Tapaswadhyaya, Ishvara, Pranidhanani, Niyamaha. In Bhagavatam, 10 Yama Sadhanas, 10 Niyama Sadhanas are told. In the Kapila Upakhyanam, okay? Yes, 10, 10. Whatever, 5, 5 to remember, no? So that is the Yoga Marga. So in this Yoga Marga, be attentive. To precise, summarize it is what? Our relation with the world and our relation with ourselves are made in such way that we are uh, becoming qualified for our inner journey. Like ahimsa, satyam, asteyam, brahmacharyam, aparigraham. These are our relation with the world. Proper relation to be maintained so that we are not bhoj to the world is not bhoj to us. So that is Jagat related sadhanas. Now, second one you see, Shauchaha, Santoshaha. They are not outer related, it is my related. Tapaha, Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. ये सारे मेरे related है. So I have to be how I have to behave with the world, how I have to behave with myself. This is called Yoga Marg. So that I become qualified for the inner ultimate goal. So that is called Samahita Atma here. In that Samahita Atma, you have to understand he is said the other things also. By saying Ahimsa Satya Brahmacharya Sarvatyaga, we understand Yama Niyama Asana Pranayama Pratyahara Sadhanas. By saying the word Samahitatma, he is meaning the last three words of Ashtanga Yoga, Dharana Dhyana Samadhi. Because through Dharana Dhyana Samadhi, the Chitta becomes Samyamita. The Sanyama Chitta of the Yoga word is called Samahitatma in this language. Shabda different. So this is called Darshita Yoga Marga. Therefore, Shankara Bhagavan himself is accepting that our first spiritual journey starts with Ashtanga Yoga. It's a must. And in that only Ishvara Pranidhana, the Bhakti Adi come. Now, another Yoga Marga. What is it? The Vedantvada. What is the second one? Yoga Samahitatma San. Hope you are understanding. Ahimsa, Satya, Brahmacharya, Sarvatyaga. These are all the sadhanas leading to Samahita Atma, where his Antakarana is purified. It is in his control. This is Ashtanga Yoga. This is the Yoga Marga. Some Karunika teaches us. In every life, each Guru comes, teaches little, little we do. And again we are lost in world. Again in the next life little do. That's how dere wo paripakva hone lagta. Like we have carried forward from last life to this. So here whatever we are doing consciously and unconsciously helps us in the next life. Both the spiritual aspects as well as samsara aspects. Consciously if we reduce samsaric things, consciously if we increase spiritual ones, next life will be more spiritual. This is called Purushartha, which we have all the freedom to do. This will be reminded to us in the class, through the Shastra, by the Guru. That's why we have to go to Satsanga. Okay, the next one is what? Samahitatma San Shamadhi Sampannaha. In one word, he is talking about the entire sadhana Chatushte Sampada of the Vedanta. है ना? योगी बनकर साधना करके वेदांत में आ जाते हैं तो वेदांतिक गुरु uses his own qualification, means teaches his own qualifications for the disciple. Some of them will be similar. Like there it is Yama Niyama, it's called Shamadama, like that. There, Shamadhi, Shamadhi, Shamadhi Sampanna. In the Shamadhi Sampanna, before the Shamadhi Shatka Sampada, the earlier two. After the Shamadhi Shatka Sampada, the one. Total four we have to remember. Before Shamadhi, what was that? Viveka and Vairagya. Then in the Shamadhi Sampanna, the six are Shamadama, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhana. Then the next one is Mumukshuta. So therefore, here Sampannaha. Shamadhi Sampannaha means sadhana chatushtaya sampanna. That's how we have to understand. The one who is studying Upanishads and Bhashya, it is taken for granted that he has already gone through the Prakarana Granthas in which all these things are told. इसलिए महाराज ऐसे कोट करके चले जाते हैं. You and have to understand what is meant there. तो समाधि संपन्न मीन्स और ऊपर अहिंसा सत्य अष्टेय अस्तेय अहिंसा सत्य ब्रह्मचर्य सर्वत्याग मीन्स अष्टांग योग. समाधि षटक संपदा मीन्स विवेक वैराग्य समाधि षटक संपदा and mumukshudha total called as sadhana chatushtaya sampanna sun. Okay, samadhi sampanna, then he will go to, matlab he is with the guru now. Guru is taught him. When he is qualified with it, he will be taken to the next level. Jushtam, जुष्टम वर्ड का अर्थ है सेवितम. सेवितम इज वर्शिप्ड एंड रीच्ड बाय मेनी पीपल द ब्रह्म तत्व. वो जुष्टम वर्ड को साइड पे रख लो, बाद में फिर उसको हम ले आएंगे. राइट नो व्हाट शंकर भगवान कमेंट्री इज व्हाट अनेक योग मार्गैः यदा यस्मिन् काले पश्यति ध्यायमानम. Anya means Jushta means Sevita. Sevita means when he continuously pursues so many of these sadhanas indicated for many, many lives. Having done all of that, Yasmin Kale Pashyati. At that time when he sees. And while seeing or while wanting to see, what state of sadhana he has to do to see? Dhyayamanaha Pashyati. So Jushtam Pashyati. These two words are explained. है Jushtam yada pashyati. Anyam isham. Anyam is Paramatma. So Jushtam yada pashyati means Jushtam means Sevitam. Sevitam means he has done lot of sadhanas. As a result all of that, yada yasmin kale. Dhyayamanaha, having become antarmukhi and deeply doing the dhyanam or nididhyasanam, that time he pashyati. Whom he pashyati? That anyam avichakashiti paramatmana, as his own self. Before that, what is the meaning of the Jushtam Sevitam? Bhagavan Shankara explained. We have to catch it. He says, Just pashyati, sorry, Shamadhi Sampannaha san Jushtam Sevita means Aneka Yoga Margaihi Sevitam. Aneka Yoga Margaihi is the word he has it. What is the Aneka Yoga Marga? अनेक योग मार्ग क्या होता है? मार्ग मीन्स मार्गास आर अनेक, but the lakshya only is one Paramatma. That one Paramatma के लिए the अनेक yoga margas are, the yoga means upaya. The upaya is to touch the truth or the self. We can make it simpler by understanding this way. Aneka yoga marga means like in each of the Upanishad, one yoga marga is started. In Taittiriya Upanishad, the yoga marga is Panchakosha Viveka. In Mandukya Upanishad, the yoga marga is the Avasthatraya Viveka. And in what do you call it? Kena Upanishad ki the Drashta Drushya yoga marga. So this Panchakosha Viveka tha, Avasthatraya Viveka, then Gunatraya Viveka, then Drashtru Darshana Viveka, Drugdrushya Viveka, Atmanatma Viveka. These are all called as yoga margas. So Anekai yoga marga means listening to the Guru and practicing each of them. Through all of them, the roads appear to be many every day, but all of them are aiming at that one truth only. That's why in each of the Upanishad, the yoga marga is different, but ultimately indicated is that Brahma Tattva only. Here the yoga marga means upaya, not the Ashtanga yoga anymore, nor the yoga asanas at all. Yoga means upaya, marga means path. The upaya to walk the path which takes to that ultimate. इतना समझ सकते हैं ना? So Shamadhi Sampannaha Jushtam Sevitam. What he has done the Sevitam? Sevitam is sadhana. Aneka yoga margai. So Aneka yoga margai we have explained. Sevitam Yada is the word in the Upanishad mantra. Yasmin Kale. Now The pashyati is the word. है ना? जुष्टम यदा पश्यति. पश्यति का अर्थ क्या होगा? ध्यानमानः ध्यायमानः पश्यति. वो पश्यति अगेन, दैट पश्यति इज आंखों से बाहर देखेंगे क्या परमात्मा? नो 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 नो, दैट इज इनर विजन. Then inner vision is developed only through the inner dhyana. Therefore, pashyati should not be misunderstood that he will look at Paramatma with his naked gross charma chakshu. No, 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 no. Isliye pashyati means sees inside. To see inside, he'll have to close eyes and do the dhyanam. Therefore, pashyati is equal to dhyayamanah pashyati. पश्यति का अर्थ ध्यायमान नहीं, ध्यायमान करने से पश्यति. That means is the inner pashyati, inner vision it is, not the outer gross object. Self is not seen as an outer object. So, pashyati, ध्यायमानः pashyati. किसको देखेंगे? अन्यम. So, जुष्टम सेवितम. है ना? सेवितम is अनेक योग मार्ग. यदा यस्मिन् काले पश्यति ध्यायमानः पश्यति. किसको? अन्यम is the next word of the Upanishad. Justam yada pashyati anyam. Who is that anyam? You have to know. Anya means other. When you say it is other, you have to tell specifically other than what? Other than the other first two line fellow. Who is that first two line fellow? Vruksha upadi lakshanat vilakshana. The one who is other than the earlier Jiva Bhava, who was having that Vruksha Stula Sharira, has Upadi because he is held on to it. Nimagnaha. उससे हटकर जो दूसरा है, वृक्ष उपाधि लक्षणात् विलक्षणम, देयरफॉर असंसारिणम, देयरफॉर अशनायादि असंस्पृष्टम, and he is sarvantaram, and finally is called as paramatmanam. And because of these many qualifications in him, the Upanishad called that other anyam fellow as Isham. So pashyati anyam Isham. और अन्यम और ईशम के बीच में why that anya is isha, so many words are explained. Him he sees. Pashyati means sees in himself through dhyayamanaha meditation. And what is the meaning of in meditation? He sees that Ishvara is ayam aham asmi iti. That this other than vrukshopati lakshana parama Ishvara, it is me. Ayam asmi iti. And this I am is Atma Sarvasya. And I am is Samaha. I am is Sarva Bhutantarastaha. And na itaraha avidya janita upadi parichinnaha Maya Atma. Iti. It is called as Asya Mahimanam iti. Iti Vibhutim Mahimanam. This is all I will explain tomorrow. I am just telling how Bhagavan Shankara is developing this topic. See, some shlokas are obvious, simple meaning, उसका उपयोग भी उतना ही होता है. But this shloka has so much to understand, and that all understanding is so much important for the clarity about both the goal as well as the means. And he has explained with so much of patience, then should we not have that much patience to exhaustively understand? And sometimes explanation becomes tough because of the toughness of the subject. It takes time. And with all patience, our Acharya tries to tell us, we have to have the patience to listen. But some clarity has come, holding on to the body out of delusion. Always we are in anishatva and doing this and that work, becoming shokagrast. Then so many lives we go through. While going through Shuddha Dharma practice, then Paramakarunika Guru comes. He teaches us the two yoga margas, the Ashtanga Yoga Marga as well as the Shamadhamadi Yoga Marga. And while after teaching the Shamadhamadi Yoga Marga, when he finds us to be qualified, he will teach us the Tattvamasi Mahavakya Upadesha. Through the Tattvamasi Mahavakya Upadesha Dhyana, we will see that Anyam. That Anyam is Isha. And that Isha is that Paramatma Tattva which is other than the Jiva Bhava. And seeing that Paramatma Tattva which is other than Jiva Bhava is seeing that it is me. I am not earlier. Like sometimes we do a mistake. After that we realize, I am such an intelligent fellow. How did I do my mistake? Don't we rectify ourselves? Correct? In the same way, here the rectification happens. I am to Ishvara. How I have become Jiva? By identifying with Upadhis. That is the meaning of Anyam Pashyati. He is not seeing somebody who is other than him. He is seeing himself who is not, should not be, need not be. The Jiva identified with the Vriksha Upadhi and suffer. Identified with the Maya Upadhis and suffer. I need not. Like right now, we can feel it. Why should I identify with the Endra Pranamana with the Upadhi? And why should I get lost in samsara with these Upadhis in the outer world? One can question, no? And one can realize that it's not required. You are such a conscious self that you are supporter of all these Anishwara. You need not be dependent on. Of course, this journey takes time, but you can feel the possibility. I am seeing my Jagrada Avastha, I am seeing my Swapna Avastha, I am seeing my Sushupti Avastha, I am seeing all those things that are happening. Then who is that I am who is seeing all that? He must definitely be other than this. Because here is not the scene. ठीक है अब पकड़ो उसको फिर that's called Vedanta. So here quickly is concluding that he is this way Jiva and he did this punya and luckily got the Guru. Guru taught him the Yoga Marga, through that he became qualified and Guru taught him Tattvamasi and he did all sadhana and then he's seen his own self, then he's become free from shoka. Right? It is like how to go to Badrinath and wherever you are there, go up to that airport or railway station and then get down there and from there take the bus and then वहां से तुम pony वगैरह ले लो और फिर पहुंच जाओ. No, it is said in 1 minute, but even to reach to Badrinath it takes 7 days. Here also in this mantra, the Guru is indicated in 2 lines the Bandhanam, in 2 lines the Moksha. Understanding it thoroughly and walking in that path takes us to that realization. Okay. So here that Anyam, what is said here, we'll thoroughly study it tomorrow. That's a very crucial topic. Right, friends? This is enough. हर दिन 15-20 मिनट 25 मिनट भी पढ़ लो. A good input it is. ज़्यादा करे तो heavy हो जाता. That's why I do Vedic chanting, some common sense thought to keep up your and my interest. And also the capacity to study this Vedanta. So much required. In half an hour, not only we get tired, if it is exceeding, but tomorrow we'll get disinterest. Because heavy हो गया. इसलिए heavy नहीं होने देते हुए थोड़ा थोड़ा ही हम कर. That's why it's taking time. That's what our paddhati right now. When you and I become qualified, throughout the day, like the Sanat Kumar Adi, we may do the whole Brahmachintana only. फिलहाल ना मुझे है कैपेसिटी आपको होता होगा. Conclude here. Om 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Parabrahmane Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Okay, now one Nrasimha mantra, one Rama mantra, one Devi mantra. For 27 times we will do chanting. Now, remaining 81 times you do it at home, making it 108. Definitely you must do. All that is to empower our soldiers, our government to combat and defeat the entire enemies ruthlessly so that they don't even dare to look at us. I heard, I didn't see it न्यूज में सुबह से लेकर और एस्केलेशन हुआ है. इवन द प्राइम मिनिस्टर सिक्योरिटी आल्सो दे हैव अटैक्ड. ऐसा कुछ न्यूज है. आई डोंट नो. नो न्यूज इज टू बी ऑथेंटिक. बिलीव इट अनलेस इट इज ऑथेंटिक. आई हैव टू अंडरस्टूड इट. सब ब्राउज करो बट पहले नीचे देख कौन सा चैनल है, उसका इंफॉर्मेशन कितना ऑथेंटिक है, इज इट वर्दी और नॉट. Isn't it? So we cannot be carried away, become sentimental, emotional. Absolutely, we have to calm and quiet. Now, first mantra is our Nrsimha Gayatri. Om Vajra Nakhaya Vidmahe Tikshna Damstraya Dhimahi Tanno Narasimha Prachodaya. In this mantra, we can feel with that Vajra Nakha and Tikshna Damstra like Nrsimha Bhagavan. Every of our Indian soldiers are finishing of all these enemies. Our enemies are only one, terrorists. And if the entire nation supports and behaves like terrorists, then the whole nation is our enemy, the other nation. There is no compromise, isn't it? Think about it. See that funniest part. They created terrorists and they are sending to India. Now we are attacking terrorists. Now to defend the terrorists, the army is working, and defending the army, the whole country is working. Therefore, the whole country and the army all are terrorists only, isn't it? Like the Pakistani Praja blaming the politicians. How can you blame politicians? You should blame the army, even though there is no difference between them. Who is doing all that is the army, not the politicians. Even though the politicians are in the hands of army. And who are all those army people who were in India में इतने खूब खाते थे 47 से पहले? All these Nawabs only are there as the big people who want to be in power and enjoy and all that. So analysis करके देखो. So our enemies are the terrorists. Whoever they are, who are terrorizing our nation. Even now, अकल नहीं आ रहा है देखो. So Vajranakaya vidmahe Tikshnadargashtraya dhimahi tanno narasimham prachodayat. Then we invoke Mother. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstita. Namastasya, Namastasya, Namastasya Namo Namaha. With this prayer, we should invoke the Divya Adiparashakti Shakti in every of our soldiers, their weaponry, their Sharira, Mana, Buddhi, that they finish the enemy without getting wounded even a little. Then we chant the Rama mantra, the powerful mantra which is chanted by Lakshmana to finish Indrajit. Sakradevapnai, Dharmatma Satyasandascha Ramo Dasharatir Yadi Paurushecha Pratidvandvaha Sharainam Jahiravan. So when Lakshmana was not able to defeat Indrajit, Meghanath, because of so many other Shaktis he has got, like Pakistan supported by China, say by Iran, by this. They are otherwise छोटों को उतना ताकत नहीं होगा, उधर पैसे ही नहीं खाने को. So to Indrajit was having support of his earlier Siddhis. Then he read this mantra. Dharmatma Satya Sandasya Ramaha Dasharathir Yadi. Dasharatha Putra Rama if he is Dharmatma. Dasharatha Putra Rama if he is Satya Sandaha. See that Pratigna done. If he is so, this arrow should be empowered with such a Shakti that it should kill that Ravana Putra Ravani Indrajit. Shara Enam Ravanim Jahi. And really this arrow, because of the Pratigna and the Rama to be so great, goes and finishes that Indrajit. Same thing we do. If Rama is Dharmatma, Rama is Satyasandha, the entire mission that India has taken up, entire artillery, whatever we are doing, Prayoga, to finish the enemies, the terrorists, that should be successful. हम भी ऐसे आरो मार रहे. कल ऐसा ही एक और मंत्र इससे भी पावरफुल from Narayana also we'll chant 27 times. Now these three things we'll do for 3 minutes or 2 minutes. Start Lakshmi Nrusimha mantra. Feel that Nrusimha Shakti. Om Vajranakhaya Vidmahe Tikshnadargashtraya Dhimahi Tanno Narasimha Prachodayat. Om Vajranakhaya Vidmahe Tikshnadargashtraya Dhimahi Tanno Narasimha Prachodayat. Om Vajranakhaya Vidmahe Tikshnadargashtraya Dhimahi तन्नो नारसिंह प्रचोदयात्. ओम वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्ट्राय धीमहि 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 तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ 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 वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदंष्ट्राय 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 धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गष्ट्राय 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 धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्. I was feeling the Nrsimha Shakti entering into every of the soldier and all around becoming aware, fully protecting themselves. They are finishing the enemies. One of the big terrorist head seems in the morning eliminated. पता नहीं क्या न्यूज़ है. Don't believe me. See the news and then trust. Now Matru Shakti या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृ शक्ति रूपेण संस्थिता. Start. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu means all our Indian soldiers and all of them only. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsthita. Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. ओम या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। ओम या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। ओम या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। ओम या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। ओम या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। ओम या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। ओम या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। ओम या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। ओम या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः. So I was thinking that all the Buddhi Shakti, Indriya Shakti, Manas Shakti, and all the Ayudas, Agni Astra, Varuna Astra, Vayavi Astra, Pashvatastra, Narayana Astra, Brahmastra, all those Divya Shaktis enter into the weaponry of our Indian soldiers. I was thinking about that. And then, most importantly, my thought was right from the president, the prime ministers, the defense minister, the heads of all the defense services should get utsaha day by day, not nirutsaha. Should get more and more perfect plans and ideas to pinpointedly achieve the targets, whatever they have to do. Because after all are human beings. After a certain time, the manabuddhi may get tired, exhausted, weakened for various reasons. Like the moment we hear that China is telling to Pakistan, कि हम तुम्हारे साथ हैं, आगे बढ़ो, we feel demoralized, isn't it? In a moment's notice. That should never happen. Or the Turkey sends all its things, then we feel demoralized, isn't it? थोड़े थोड़े thoughts में, छोटे छोटे में हम demoralize हो सकते हैं. Anybody. So that should never happen. Arya Parvas, like the Indian soldiers, decided. ये युद्ध है, हम लड़ते रहेंगे, जीतेंगे. And be having that maturity, patience, like Russia with Ukraine, right? This other country, Israel with the Hamas. ये चल ही रहा है 2 साल, 3 साल, 5 साल. Isn't it? That much patience, that much equipping ourselves, all required. And we, the Indians, the other side, not in the army fighting there, should do all our hard works to produce all the resources that are required. अब अगले जितने भी टाइम लगेगा इसी के लिए लगे रहना, यही हमारा साधना है. प्रभु करा रहे हमसे, ठीक है. नाउ द थर्ड मंत्र में each mantra is Rama Shakti Yukta. Sir, each arrow, each missile, each drone which we are using is filled with the Rama Shakti mantra. Then that's hitting the target and finishing. That feeling you have it and chant this mantra. Dharmatma Satya Sandascha Ramo Dhasharatir Yadi Paurushecha Pratidvandvaha Sharainam Jahi Ravanim. Ravanim bolna hai, not Ravanam. Start. Om Dharmatma Satya Sandascha Ramo Dhasharatir Yadi Paurushecha Pratidvandvaha Sharainam Jahi Ravanim. Dharma Om Dharmatma Satya Sandascha Ramo Dhasharatir Yadi Paurushecha Pratidvandvaha Sharainam Jahi Ravanim. ओम धर्मात्मा सत्य संदश्च रामो दासरथिर्यदि पौरुषेचा प्रतिद्वंद्वः शरैनं जहि रावणिम्. ओम धर्मात्मा सत्य संदश्च रामो दासरथिर्यदि पौरुषेचा प्रतिद्वंद्वः शरैनं जहि रावणिम्. ओम धर्मात्मा सत्य संदश्च रामो दासरथिर्यदि पौरुषेचा प्रतिद्वंद्वः शरैनं जहि रावणिम्. ओम धर्मात्मा सत्य संदश्च रामो दासरथिर्यदि पौरुषेचा प्रतिद्वंद्वः शरैनं जहि रावणिम्. ओम धर्मात्मा सत्य संदश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषेचा प्रतिद्वंद्वः शरैनं जहि रावणिम्. ओम धर्मात्मा सत्य संदश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषेचा प्रतिद्वंद्वः शरैनं जहि रावणिम्. ओम धर्मात्मा सत्य संदश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषेचा प्रतिद्वंद्वः शरैनं जहि रावणिम्. ओम धर्मात्मा सत्य संदश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषेचा प्रतिद्वंद्वः शरैनं जहि रावणिम्. ओम धर्मात्मा सत्य संदश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषेचा प्रतिद्वंद्वः शरैनं जहि रावणिम्. ओम धर्मात्मा सत्य संदश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषेचा प्रतिद्वंद्वः शरैनं जहि रावणिम्. ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम् ओम धर्मात्मा सत्यसन्धश्च रामो दाशरथिर्यदि पौरुषे च प्रतिद्वन्द्वः शरैनं जहिरावणिम्. Do it 108 times, remaining 81. Keep on praying that way. Reduce that nidra. Any of the unnecessary bhoga are there, reduce it. Use all the energy to pray for our soldiers, our government, because when they are victorious, the India is victorious. When the India is victorious, they have secured, our Sanatana Dharma have secured, then only we can do this sadhana. Thank you. Om. Om 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 Om. ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परमऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु नमः. Now let us study Gita only 15 minutes.